You might remember a few days ago you received a message on WhatsApp from the government. The Congress had argued that that letter from the Prime Minister flouted the prohibitions of using government mass media to publicize schemes during any election period. Essentially, it flouted the MCC. And now the Election Commission of India is instructing the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology to immediately halt the delivery of that messaging. That was Viksit Bharat messaging that was received by Indian citizens in the country and abroad on WhatsApp. Compliance reports on the matter have been demanded immediately from the Ministry of Electronics and IT, the MEIT. Our legal correspondent Ananya Bhatnagar with us to tell us more in terms of details. Ananya, the Congress in particular had launched a spirited campaign. We'd seen Shashi Tharoor point this out on Twitter. We'd also, of course, seen TMC leader Saket Gokhale do the same. Now the ECI coming down. But tell our audiences, apart from this direction, have they also enforced a penalty of any kind?
Well, this is something that is now coming forth from the Election Commission of India very, very clearly and categorically. This is something that has come out very clearly that, no kind of, in fact, such messages can go. And this Viksit Bharat messaging services will be at halt, is what, in fact, the Election Commission has asked the MEITY, that is the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, very clearly and categorically. If I read down the statement that has been given out by the Election Commission of India, it clearly says that the Commission had received several complaints that such messages highlighting the government's initiatives are still being delivered on citizens' phone despite the announcement of the general elections 2024 and the MCC entering into force. In response, the MEITY has informed that although the letter was sent out before the MCC came into force, some of those could have possibly been delivered to the recipients with a delay because of a systematic and network limitation. So very clearly and categorically, MEITY defending itself, clearly saying that as soon as the MCC was implemented, the service was halted. However, due to certain delays, this must have happened.
Ananya, do stay with us. We're going to come to you for the next story too. Okay, this is an entirely different story. The Supreme Court staying the notification of the fact-check unit by the union government. The stay is going to operate till the Bombay High Court finally decides the challenges to the IT Rules Amendment 2023. Ananya, this is a complicated story. Just first tell our audiences a little bit more about the fact-check unit initiative by the union government in the first place. Then bring us more context, please.
Well, definitely. Even the Supreme Court was hearing certain petition with regards to the fact-check unit, which was said to be violative of the Constitution of India by these petitioners. And in fact, what is very, very clear at this point of time is that the Bombay High Court was already seized off certain petitions, and it was, in fact, going into the aspect of whether or not this fact-check unit is constitutional in nature or not. In fact, it is also, this notification came in just day before, and now the Supreme Court has halted it until and unless the Bombay High Court actually comes out with its particular order in this regard. So we'll have to wait and watch as to how things pan out, whether or not this fact-check unit can actually go ahead or not, is all depending on the Bombay High Court at this point of time.
Ananya, thank you. Let me just tell our audiences, the idea of the unit was that it would take a call on whether any online information is misleading or not. But audiences had questioned whether or not the government should have the right to do that. Ananya, thank you for those details. We're going to head into a quick break. On the other side, more of the country's top stories. This is, of course, the Breaking News Show on CNN News 18.